Welcome back. Happy weekend.
Happy weekend. Happy back to school week.
Whoop whoop. Parents everywhere
Fine,
celebrating. Especially parents in Spain.
Seriously.
13 weeks.
I thought we were never going to get there in the end, especially for me, because a lot of people were going back from the Monday, but no. We'll just have one more little red day, one more little fiesta day, holiday.
That was funny, yeah.
Just to,
Monday, I told Kaysen for weeks he was starting on Tuesday. Didn't realise that for some reason that bank holiday only applied to some schools, so he was due back on Monday. Went Monday, and then we had this orange warning storm coming. Cancelled all schools for Tuesday at 10 o'clock the night before.
Yeah.
So they went back to school for one day, then had the day off. But yours didn't even go Monday.
I didn't even get the one.
So your kids didn't even start till Wednesday.
So mine didn't even start till Wednesday. But we got there. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Because it's an adjustment having 13 weeks off. I remember being like 6 weeks off in England and thinking that was a long summer. Yeah. Here it's so much longer.
That's over double. Well, I felt more sorry for Mitch because obviously where he's been in more control of the childcare over summer because I just go out the door kind of thing and go to work. He was so excited for a first day of, like normal back to work kind of thing. And bam, no, it's a red day. And then Tuesday, no, it's a weather warning. Literally almost all day. There isn't any rain here. Is there any rain here?
I literally didn't even have one drop of rain. But
it was very bad in other areas, not so far. And I completely, obviously, that's why. We seem to just miss some of these things.
I think it did miss us because I was on a meeting with a colleague of mine in Mallorca. She said Mallorca got hit bad.
Benidorm was bad.
Yeah, I think I even saw it had been raining in Algorfa and Almoradí, so that's really
not far. So these are, not far areas.
I get it, but we didn't even have one drop or like wind or anything.
Yeah, it was.
But no.
So we're back.
Everyone's
happy. Well, I say everyone's happy. I literally have still got that
feeling from last week.
I just did it again. I feel like I can't breathe. I've actually gagged a bit.
You're a gagger.
That's what I do when I get to that point. Excuse me. But I'm still there. I don't really know why. I think it's just because everyone's fine. Everyone's happy. I think it's just me. Well, I was saying before, like, I've kind of gone back again. I've always had 3 children, but I kind of have 3 children again who I've got to think of who's got to be where because Mason's form of transport where he had his motorbike, he sold that because he's going onto the car. So at the moment, he's obviously in the changing period of having nothing.
Yeah.
So as well as that, he's doing shorter hours at work because he started another college course. So I've got 3 children in 3 different schools, in 3 different areas.
Different timetables.
Completely different timetables for all of them every day as well. It's not like, Lexi, same time, same day, same hour, whatever it's called. For summer, and then obviously it changes for winter. But I think it's that. And then I've got clubs back.
There's just a lot to think about.
I think it's that anyway, because I don't really. Everyone's
like,
fine.
yes, routine, but it's like you're a couple of days in, so you're still finding your feet.
As parents or whatever, we're still. I can't breathe again. We're still, it's still going on in our head, even subconsciously.
You're not in the rhythm of it, so everything's like effort to think about. Whereas give it a couple of weeks, give it a month. And then you'll be in the rhythm and you won't be thinking of it as much. But every day it's going to be like, right, who finishes what day?
At the minute, I feel like
how do you pick all 3 of them up? There's only 2 of you.
Well, and
luckily there's 2 of you.
Well, luckily they are different times. The way the times are working at the moment is working out okay.
Right.
So at the moment
But that only lasts for September. Then their timetables change again.
That's going to be more of a struggle.
Because in Spain, they go back 9 till 1.
Yes, when they don't go to Commodore, remember.
When they don't go to Commodore, and then come October onwards, then they finish at 2 if they don't go to Commodore.
They go a bit later, exactly. So Lexi's actually asked to go to Commodore now.
That helps though.
It does, but it also, why do I get that feeling of I don't want to send her because she doesn't need to go kind of a feeling. I don't know why I get that because do you know what? I love it there. They learn so much. They learn sign language the last time they was going to Commodore.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And the food variety is great.
Yeah, mine you can tell that Mason never got into Commodore because or even a Spanish nursery because he wouldn't even contemplate.
Well, Kaysen
any sort of
ate everything at Spanish nursery, and then we went through COVID, and then he started school, and then I was like, I didn't want to put him in all day. When he's 3 years old and he's been at home for 7-8 months, he's not even been to nursery. Oh, till 3:30 is too long.
Like they have a clock, by
Big
the way,
mistake.
and know when and where they are.
And they actually do say, like, scientists have tested or whatever they've done, and kids don't have concept of time, and dogs don't either. So, like, when you're thinking, oh, it's a really long day for them, they don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I did the same thing. Big mistake with Kaysen. Picked him up, and now he's a fussy eater.
So yeah, we're back to school today. Well, obviously again with different school runs as well. So my Friday off, snow chilling. I've still got to do the school
You got to get up and do school runs now.
But to be fair, it's good because it kind you up and going. So
that's true. Otherwise, you end up
it is
just
a positive
wasting it. Yeah.
But yeah, Lexi, I showed Lexi a song because I've probably a bit late to the party, but I really like this new song by a singer called Olivia Dean. No, I'm glad you haven't heard it either.
No.
It's by Olivia Dean called Man I Need. Talk to me, talk to me.
Is it a TikTok song?
No, I found this song. I'm not giving Lexi the credit. I found this song.
I was going to say.
So I was showing it Lexi, actually. Like, I really like this song.
Yeah.
And
so, like, a radio song?
Yeah, it was on the radio, just listening at work.
Okay.
Be the man I need. Talk to me, talk to me. Probably well out of tune, but it's something like that anyway.
Okay.
It's such it's not even the words in the song.
Like a feel-good song.
It's a really, really feel-good song. So then that was that. And then I said, then we started talking about songs when we were younger because she started putting on, like, it's the DJ stamp on the replay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Lexi's, I tell you what, She's got banging great DJ. She is. She's
got
very,
great
very
taste
good.
in music.
And so then I started thinking of songs when we were younger. And, like the Venga Bus and...
That played in the car today.
Things like that.
We dropped Case to school and Liam had to run in a shop and I was sat and I put the radio on and Hayden was in the back and it was it Venga Boys? Yeah, one of them. Something, proper old school.
So all
I
like,
love
ooh,
it.
Ooh, ah, ah, sing, sing. So all these, and then I thought about UGLY.
You ain't got no alibi. You ugly. God, I haven't heard that song in.
So all these
forgot
songs.
About that song.
So she put that on. So she showed it last night. And then she put it on in the car on the way to school. So literally, anyone who's seen me driving this morning saying, me telling you you're ugly, that was just the song, I promise.
We do that.
But then it made me think of all the songs when we were younger. Then on my own, I was like driving in the car thinking of them. Some were great. Some I didn't really realise the words.
That is another thing.
That's another thing.
That is another thing. So yeah, I've got Apple Music, so Casey's got his own album in my phone, and then any song that he likes, he adds.
Yeah.
And we've probably done it since he was about 2. So like, I think the very first song in the album is the Gorilla from Sing, the Elton John song. Still Standing. Yeah. I'm still standing. Yeah. So that was like the first one, and then it's such a variety of music. It's some movies, like kids' movies and stuff, but there's the one that's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What?
It's Friday.
Yeah,
I remember
that one.
when
That's
he was
in there.
doing that.
Head and Heart, because my dad said his granddad loved that one.
Yeah.
Dance Monkey, which was one of his very first songs that he loved, because my mum used to put the YouTube video on, and it was the Evian advert.
Yes.
With the babies on the rollerblades and stuff. So he likes that. But then his most recent one, which is even way before our time, is Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up, Never Gonna Let You.
That's got to be your mum or something or someone, no?
No, I think it's something from YouTube.
Oh, is it?
I don't know what but he asked about it, and then I added it to the album, but he loves it, and it was funny because when we went back...
At least they're tunes. I quite like them. Do you know what I mean? They're good.
Proper old as well. And when we went to his modelling thing, that was the song playing in the background. I was like, I haven't heard that song in weird, and then,
That he actually... But do you know you're saying about, like, he's got, like, his song diary of him growing up in a way of what he was into. It's funny because I can't think of the actual song now. It's because Mason used to call it Fagorite, and we could not get what it was. We knew what song he was on about, but I could not understand where's the fag bit in it. Like, I don't know what they're saying. The Fagorite.
The Fagorite.
If I could write you a song to make you fall in love, but Fagorite. Can you put Fagorite on? So obviously the way he says it, I'm like. Even now when we hear it, me and Mitch look at each other and go, yeah, Fagorite. Do you know what I mean? Things like great. You say, them little things of the diary, of the, different times of the different kids and what they were into.
Yeah, I love that. And especially when it's music that we like. So he's got a couple of, he's got Lupe Fiasco in there.
I don't know that is.
An R&B, like, rapping kind of guy. It's Liam's music.
Okay, yeah.
But then the other one, what is it? I can't think, but it's like something about Oh, this is going to really annoy me now. But yeah, it's kind of a rude song.
Yeah.
But like you say, you don't realise until you start
Well,
saying
actually,
the words and having kids around that you
and
think,
being a bit more conscious of actually what
Yeah.
it means, even though they don't obviously really get what it means. So one of Mason's songs when he was younger, loved, was Whistle. Won't you blow my whistle, baby?
Yeah.
Whistle, baby, let me know. Come on now.
I did not pay attention. That went straight over my head until you said it about Mason. Then I was like, what's wrong with... Oh,
exactly.
That's what's wrong with
and
that
there we
song.
are, literally shouting these songs out. It's a little bit like me and Lexi with the trumpet song.
Yeah.
And then she asked to sing on karaoke. I'm like, oh no.
That
Oh,
went
no.
over my head. To be fair, I
then
don't
us
think
as
I
kids-
really pay attention to the words a lot of the time.
But then
and
us as
people
kids-
say about Spice Girls.
This is the one that I am so shocked about. Like, I was a Spice Girl super fan.
I think we all was.
Yes, wasn't we? I had the jacket, I had
The
everything.
platforms.
Oh, everything. I think I still have the album that I first ever got with obviously the words on
Yeah.
the thing that comes out.
Yeah.
And I think the most, what do you know what? All of them are actually,
they-
if you look at them, but To Become One was quite, what a bit
They
like,
knew that they had a young fan base. And when you look,
But then everyone does it now. There's no
Yeah.
change. There's no
That's true.
change in anything.
Yeah.
Even the Irish ones who sing "C'est la vie."
Yeah.
What's that?
Bewitched.
Yeah, what's
Not Bewitched, is it?
Play with the girls, play with the boys. If you ever get lonely,
lonely,
play with your toys.
Surely that don't mean that.
I'm telling you.
Surely
I'm
it doesn't
telling
mean
you.
that.
I'm telling you. I'm
No,
not making
I'm not
this up.
having it. No, you play with
Watch
the girls,
it.
you play with the
Listen
boys, or
to
you
it.
play with actual toys.
No,
I
no.
don't think it means that.
Nah, I don't watch. You listen to them words. Everyone, go and listen to that. I don't know what it's called. Go and listen to that song. And honestly, read the words. Unless I'm proper bringing it out to be dirty when it's not. Do you know what I mean? Because then I'm over.
Well, that
thinking
one,
it.
I would argue you're
maybe I'm just pulling the
overthinking
wrong
it.
thing out,
But
but I
the
swear to
trumpets,
God.
the To Become One,
Most of the songs.
all of those,
Yeah,
they're.
most of the songs.
But what, and even like swearing, because on Spanish radio they just play it with the swear words in it.
Yeah, that's-
they blank it out in England, but they don't here.
That's what I've had to be very
At all.
cautious with. Because I
So-
put the radio on. So I put the radio on at work.
Yeah.
And just initially put a Spanish one on, not thinking, because I have it on in the car.
Yeah.
And then if I have certain patients or certain, obviously an age, I'm like, oh my God. It's literally like, fuck you and your mum. And it's like the worst one as well. It's not just a little like here or there. It's a proper like, one.
So what do you do with the kids in the songs?
So I think mine seem to think they can say it if it's in a song.
Well, is that I think.
And the
Did you
younger
not
they
say
are-
that was okay? I'm
Maybe.
sure
Probably
you've
did.
always been like,
Obviously, yeah.
if it's in the song and they're singing, I don't mind, but they can't use those words
but
in a
the
conversation.
when they're young, they try to really, is it I can't think of the word, emphasise that word.
Because they know it's a bad
Oh,
word.
yeah, that's it. I'm actually trying to think, okay, probably not the best song, for example, but I clearly get let I've just realised what song I'm going to say. Okay, so it was more Lexi, and I think it's because it's a TikTok. Excuses, but bitch, he said what I said. That one, you know that song, whatever that song is. So that one, initially when she was a bit young, I would just go like that.
Yeah.
And then when I said you can say it because it's in a song sort of thing, instead of just being, but she's like, bitch. That's like the loudest.
She goes for it.
Yeah, really emphasised word of the whole thing because she's in a. But you said it because it was in a song. Right, that's taking it a bit too far.
Yeah.
You know, or. But then generally mine are like that with swear words. Anyway,
I think it's quite similar to when I grew
Mm.
up. I'm pretty sure that, my mum didn't like us swearing.
No,
The
I
odd-
wasn't allowed to say crap because
Really?
you know I wasn't allowed to say any swear words. I wasn't even. That's what I'm saying. Crap was a swear word in my house.
Really?
Yeah.
See, we've always been able to say crap and like bloody.
No.
A lot of people say you can't say
No,
that as
I'm
well.
not. No,
I say bloody quite a lot.
my house is.
and
full
it's
of-
only now Kaysen. I notice it because he's been saying it.
Lexi says it in everything.
I don't think
Like,
that's bad.
stop.
I don't care if he says crap or bloody. I don't think that's swear
I
words.
don't, but obviously I wasn't allowed to say it. So
Yeah.
actually sometimes I'm a bit like, should I let them say it? Because obviously
Yeah,
I
you're
was brought
questioning
up
yourself.
in not being allowed to say
Yeah.
it. But actually, my parents didn't really swear, but my granddad was very Cockney, so like really.
Yeah.
So that was the
So would
most.
he swear around you?
Yeah. He would
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my parents
probably swear at me. To be
My
fair.
parents swore. Like, I don't think they were like overusing it in everything, but yeah, they would swear, especially if like they were having an argument or whatever. So like I knew swear words, like all kids know swear words, but yeah, there was boundaries. Like we couldn't swear, we could sing songs.
Yeah.
Or if the odd one slipped out, it was like as a look kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what songs had swear words in them when we were younger. Do you get what I'm trying to say? There probably are. There probably loads.
There would have been.
You know what I mean? But this is how naive we were singing them, you know, in terms of everything. But yeah, I can't. I don't know, because I probably didn't even tell my mum if I listened to a song like that, because I wasn't even allowed to say.
Yeah, see, those like things I'm pretty sure I said.
Yeah.
But then actually one that I think Liam told me, he wasn't allowed to say knackered.
I don't think I was allowed to say knackered either.
And that to me was just a word that meant you was tired.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, no, I don't think I was allowed to say that. You say it like that because I think my brother calls it knackered. I think that's because we wasn't allowed to say it, maybe, so we changed it. Because then you'd get my granddad the way he was, and then my nan, who wouldn't even say like shit. She'd be like, shh, sausage and mash. Like really like that. Really change it around. Like, not even say anything in front of us. And then you got my granddad, like probably saying it to me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking stupid idiot.
The C word was off bounds.
I never heard of that until I came here.
I think. So I never say it. It's not a word that even as an adult, that's just not one of the words that I use. And I think because my mum was the same, and I think it was my granddad as well.
Yeah.
So my mum never said it because of my granddad. So and then my mum, I never said it. Whatever. So yeah, all other words, like some of them are really good words, but yeah, I just don't. Get involved in that one.
That C word, the C word. I never really heard of it until I came here.
Really?
So
probably because of your age.
But I also knew that my mum hated it, that word. I don't know why. Obviously, it was just listening to things. And then I hated it because of that. And then, obviously, I'm around a lot of people that say it. So it just naturally kind of came into my vocabulary.
See, one of my close friends at uni, a lot now. It's like her favourite word. Yeah. So she would use it all the time, and it literally would send shivers. Yeah. I can't. I just can't. And even Liam, the odd time I've heard him say it, like when we were younger playing the PlayStation or whatever, and I'm like, why that word? But it's funny. But yeah, knackered. I was shocked that like people were like,
I think
I just thought that was like an extra layer of really tired, a good descriptive word.
I wasn't allowed to be that tired, probably.
Well, I didn't even know
I didn't
that's
see it as an offensive word, but obviously
I didn't know that's supposedly what it was.
We'd have to get mine and Leah's parents on here to ask them why. Because
do you not know why?
No.
Oh,
I don't know why. I wasn't allowed to say crap either. What's wrong with crap?
I don't know what crap is, but the thing...
It's not like shit, is it?
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like
crap is normal.
It's like I don't even
knackered.
know
I can tell you why they wouldn't have let you said knackered.
Oh, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I don't know.
Well, this is what. I'm sure it's Liam that told me this.
Oh, see, I don't know. It
was either Liam or someone whose parents didn't let them say it, and it was because knackered is a word that's meant to be tired after sex.
Oh, it's like ice cream wasted.
What's that?
Have you not? Hell, Belle, I don't even watch films, and it's off a film.
Ice cream wasted.
Yeah, because it's something like I want to be wasted, and what's wasted? It's when you eat loads of ice cream. So it's on this film, and then the kid goes, "I want to be ice cream wasted. I want to be wasted."
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
but yeah, that's meant to be why.
So it's the tiredness after sex.
So that's what knackered is.
Oh, wow.
Because it's like, I guess, to do with.
Why was my brother knackered then at that age?
Well, that's it. We said it. I don't know if my parents know that because I'm sure.
I'm going to have to ask my mum now.
I'm sure knackered wasn't a thing in our house. I'm sure it wasn't.
What, wasn't a thing, or they wasn't tired after sex, or what?
Like we knew what it meant.
Well, no, of course not. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just that's what I just thought it was a form of saying.
Unless it's more of like a Midlands thing.
Could be. Like Liam's here.
Birmingham and Derby aren't far from each other. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, it could be. I actually don't know. This is where I was clearly.
Well, Kaysen started saying damn, which I know I've heard people correct their kids for saying that. And even I was somewhere the other day. Where was I? And a kid went, Jesus Christ, and the parents like, no, don't say that. And I was like, what's wrong with Jesus Christ?
But this is it. This is what I'm so...
Not that I'm that religious,
no,
maybe.
but this is it. So
don't use the Lord's name in vain, or whatever
some people
my nan says.
This is it. But some people are, even like with bloody.
Yeah.
Or, you know, some parents don't like their children, I don't know, sticking their tongue out. you know, going like that. Whereas people feel that's rude, which is fine. That's there. But obviously, I don't see that. So whereas my mum didn't, for whatever reason, didn't let me say crap or whatever, and your mum kind of did. There's no. You know what I mean? There's no.
Well, it's your personal opinion of whether you find something offensive or not offensive,
and what you teach your children.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You know.
So yeah, I would say, Kaysen, you can at this age, as long as it's not the C word, you can swear in a song. And I don't correct him on a couple of things.
Within reason with the swearing, because mine would just take...
Not like a rap song that's like got about 50 swear words in it, but like, bitch, I said what I said, you can say bitch.
I think Lexi or Morgan, I think it was Morgan, put a song on the other day. I can't think what it is, because everyone's going to know what it is, but I can't think of the song now. I literally was like, where have you got this song from? Because I knew it was like, he was like, oh, Dad showed me. I was like... God's sake. Like, it was like, can we turn this off, please? You know. And there is sometimes when Mason's got music on, or even Morgan. Sometimes I say, right, turn this one off. I don't want this in the car when we're all in the car. Change the vibe of the song. Do you know what I mean? Like something else. Yeah,
because I think, like say, if it's a song that is massively swear wordy, but most of them are like just one or two in it. Like there's a Black Eyed Peas song that's in Kaysen's album, and it says something about shitting on a leprechaun or something. I don't know. I can't really remember. But I don't think he's realised what it is, because he does really like to learn the words of songs, and he'll bring it up on my phone and read the words and stuff. But he's not clocked that one yet.
Yeah.
And he's properly into One Direction at the moment. So it's like, I'm pretty sure there's no swear words in that one.
But either way, like you say, if they are, that's what I'm saying. It might be the odd little thing. It's not like say, I'm going to fucking slit your throat, you fucking...
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
None of that.
That's a bit much.
Too far. Like the odd swear word in a nice song.
Yeah.
But then I started to show him their solo songs. Like they've all released their own music, haven't they?
I don't even know. Go on.
Yeah. Do you know what that one is about? Because I never thought about that.
I think someone's told me. It might be you.
I think I told you the other day. So Watermelon Sugar High, someone told me the Harry Styles song was all about oral sex. And then I was like, no, don't be silly. Watermelon Sugar High, what's that called? And then I put the video on for Kaysen in the living room, and it is pretty graphic. Yeah, it's him surrounded by women eating watermelon.
What's the watermelon got to do with it? Ah.
See what I mean? Sometimes it goes so over your head.
When you say like that, it reminds me of that film, Girls Trip. You know, when it's a grapefruit she gets out, but I'm just saying, it just reminds me of that. What the fruit thing's got to do with everything?
Well, yeah, and quite graphically, the way he's eating things in the video, I was like, it's like a fucking porno. Oh. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, Kaysen, we don't really like Harry Styles music. I was like, you can like somebody else. Just stick to One Direction.
If they don't really know and they just know the song, do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they don't know, you know what I mean? It's like that, isn't it? It's like,
same, like you say, for us, I had no idea, because obviously they're not aware of those things. So they're not thinking of it when the music's playing. But
I've just said that one that I like, Talk to Me, whatever it's called, that one. The words have got no reconcile with me, but I just love her voice and the song, the beat. Yeah. That's all it is. The words could be, do you know what I mean? But I just like the way it is. Yeah. You know? But there you go.
So, do you think that leads us on to what I want to talk about today? And obviously we're talking about what's right, what's wrong. Are we doing things right? Are we too strict? Are we not strict enough? That's kind of come up a little bit for me.
I think I ask myself that nearly every day. Like, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing it right? But there is no right or wrong, I don't think. And where you come to being, are you too strict? That is probably more of a question, because the word strict, I think it's because it's the word strict. Yeah. In my eyes, it's like a negative. Yeah. The word strict is a negative, but actually
it is, yeah.
It's not strict. It's more, I'm trying to give them a little bit of sort of discipline for a reason, whether that be respect.
But then discipline sounds like a negative.
I know, it does, doesn't it? It does. It associates me with like a negative telling off thing.
Kind of dictator.
Yeah, and I also do feel like I'm so, even when I'm saying stuff, I feel like I've changed my tone. You know, talking about it. I do. Serious. I really do. And like, I remember, I felt more like it was my mum who was probably the one who always had to do stuff, you know, like, and she was so strict on it and spoke to me quite seriously. Well, actually, she was teaching me.
Yeah.
It was teaching me. And the reason I teach and bring my children up the way I am is because I try to bring them up the way me and Mitch have been brought up, because I feel like we've been brought up very similar.
Yeah.
And I think we're all right. We've got good values, and we respect, I say the right people, because obviously some things change.
Yeah.
Like respect your elders, which I do to a point.
Yeah.
Because some elders don't deserve the respect.
Yeah.
Like that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
There's some things that have obviously changed along the way.
You question some things, whereas back then it was like kids don't get to question anything.
Yeah. So I have, like you say,
so you've
some
adapted it. You've took that,
but not
you've
to the extent of, well, they can do what they want.
Completely
children need something, because I tell you why, because I see a lot of adults and I think, oh my God. I say that about the generation, and that's, again, because parenting has changed. Yeah. I've got 3, and I can see the difference from how I've clearly parented Mason to the other 2. Mason asks me everything, which is sometimes frustrating, because obviously I want him to do it. But at the same time, I think if he didn't ask me, I'd be like, well, why didn't you ask me?
Yeah.
Or I'd probably have a comment on it.
I feel like me and my siblings, maybe not so much my brother, but definitely my sisters ask my mum a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I think... Probably less so now, but definitely all through my teens and my early 20s, I would always run things past my mum.
Yeah. Like, so he calls me. You're like, Mum, is it right to get in the shower? Yeah, of course. You go and get in the shower.
I probably wouldn't have gone that far.
No, but you know what I mean? It's like,
but yeah.
I'm not going to tell my son off for going in the shower, obviously. I'm not going to tell him off for any, you know what I mean? But it's a very different thing of how Morgan, I think, wouldn't even second think about asking me to get something out of the cupboard or go in the shower.
Kids were kids, like we were kids. Yeah. You're the adult, and we do as we were told, kind of thing. That's the kind of way we brought up overall. Yeah. So maybe that's why you ask permission to do things. Yeah. Whereas the younger kids
don't give a shit.
I want a shower. I'm going to shower.
I want something out of the cupboard. I'm going to get something out of the cupboard. Yeah. Mason won't get anything out of the cupboard unless do you know what I mean? He asks.
We've always asked, like, say, to eat. Even now, like, oh, just have this. Yeah. In case you mess up dinner or you mess something. Yeah, like you have to ask.
Yeah. That's and I can see that in the change. And then, when you kind of, not say let things go, and sometimes I'm like, I even say it to Mitch, I'm like, right, we need to get on these 2 now, because I am not having these kids being the drippy adults that I am seeing here, there and everywhere. I'm not going to have my children be them adults. I can't. It's our responsibility. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And then I get days when I feel like, if I was them, I'd tell me to shut the fuck up. Yeah. But at the same time, I can't not,
It's finding the balance between doing your job as a parent to bring up a decent human being and also letting them be kids and have fun. And there is a balance between the two, because too much of one or too much of the other doesn't bring up good adults. Yeah. And I think it's not something that I've been that conscious of thinking about. Like, I'm looking at Kaysen as a little boy, and, things that are involved in parenting. But when you see the adults that, lose their shit, can't take feedback and criticism, can't even explain how they feel, all these things.
Dress. I say dress, I don't mean it like that. I mean presentable. Yeah. When you see some adults and you think, why... Like, in a situation, your shirt should be really tucked in then, or why haven't you ironed that, or for whatever the reason. And I just think, okay, there might be that day a reason.
Always disorganised, late, forgetting things. Like, I've interviewed people, I've worked with people, and I think, like, what is up with you? Yeah.
And sometimes it's just that these people are like that. But most of the time it's come from...
Every adult is a product of their childhood. Yeah. And everything goes back, and that's either going to be a positive and a good thing. Like, you always see the people that are good people, they've had great childhoods, they have good parents with good relationships, they've modelled things for them. Like, very rarely do you have a person who's a great adult who's had, or sometimes you do because they've done the growth and the work on themselves, but that's only something that people are a bit more self-aware about nowadays. But most of the time it's like, I've got people that I know that are in their 40s, 50s, and they're still complaining about things from their childhood, and it's everybody else's fault. And it's like, at that age, you really should have realised that your childhood was your childhood. There's nothing you can do about it. So if you have issues, then you need to be self-aware and you need to work on them and you need to get therapy or you need to do something and you need to take ownership, because you're not in control of your own childhood. But when you become a young adult, you can either, if it hasn't been a great childhood, you can do things to make it better.
That's the point.
And you don't
live
have
off
to
by
be.
that and give excuses of why you haven't done that.
Exactly.
Or you do something about that.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Exactly.
You know?
You cannot be middle-aged and older still blaming other people.
Yeah.
And I think it's looking at adults now that it's really given me that awareness of, I'm raising someone's husband and I'm raising someone's father of their...
That's it.
Well, I was talking about this last night with people at work, and a guy that I work with was like, I'd be really worried, he hasn't got kids yet, to have a daughter, like of everything that girls have to go through, like, oh my God. And I was like, well, I don't have girls, but I don't have that problem. So I would think raising a girl would be maybe more responsibility or maybe a bit harder because of all the stuff that we have to go through and safety and all that. But then at the same time, I'm raising someone's husband and
Honestly,
someone's future dad,
agreed.
hopefully. So actually, like, how well we raise the men is how the women are going to get treated. So it's actually irrelevant whether you're raising boys or girls. You've got a big job on your hands.
And it is. It's not easy. I have to say, I do question myself a lot, and I do have to tell myself a lot as well. Like, no, you're all right, Charlotte. You know what I mean? You don't change of who you are because of you know, other things as well. You know, like. But the only thing that I say notice. Sometimes I think, oh no, sod it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, that's how I am. Yeah. And sometimes I'm not all. You know, like when you either hear maybe not the words that I use, but in maybe like the tone. You know, like the tone of something, the way they answer somebody, not to in the house or something. And I'm like, no, I don't speak like that. And I think, is that because I've answered like that before? You know what I mean? Or where I've said before, I've asked nice. And then obviously I've got to a point and I've just flipped. You know, like, is that? Do you know what I mean?
Is
I'm
that
like,
what
well, no,
they're going to do?
No. And then sometimes I'm like, oh my God, this, can't do this and I can't do that. And then other days I'm like, no, Charlotte, you asked them 3 or 4 times very nicely and very politely to do that, which you shouldn't be asking them to do anyway. So yeah, I am going to lose my shit. Like, that's who I am. There's some people who don't get to that point. Yeah. Great for you. Well done. Yeah. I do. You know, like, it's just, you know what I mean? It's not a great trait, but...
Every person's different and every kid's different. So you're going to parent differently anyway. So.
But you're a lot... This is what I'm trying to say. So I'd say you're a lot calmer, I think, to what your mum was. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Do you think you're calmer because of that, or just because it's your personality? Because your sister, I know she's not a parent. I don't know if she would be. I think she'd be more like your mum, maybe. Yeah. No judgment there, by the way. I'm just saying. Is it just the personality? I don't know.
Yeah. So I feel like being the oldest kid, I think we've said this before, the kind of stereotypical personality of the oldest kid is like the nurturer, the peacekeeper, the overanalyze, overthink, or, you know, all of that. And my mum's exactly the same because she's the oldest of 6 as well. So she's stereotypical first child, first daughter, and I'm exactly the same. But I feel like I definitely grew up in a bit of chaos, which isn't good for that personality. So I feel like circumstances my mum was in, having 4 kids close together, moving countries, different relationships, all of that contributed to a chaotic kind of environment that our personalities aren't good with. Yeah. And it's only through, and she'll admit it as well, only through getting older and becoming self-aware and learning about yourself, and just, I think in nowadays we just have a lot more information about.
We try to understand, don't we?
I must be ADHD. I must have a bit of autism. I might, you know, all these things that we're now aware of. Like, she can see things and she's like, right, yeah. And even in my brother was a nightmare as a kid, like tantrums, throwing, screaming. And she always used to say he would have been a great first child if he had all the attention. Yeah. And like with my nan, he was a completely different child. But at home, amongst other kids, he couldn't handle it. But I think if looking back, he was probably overstimulated and a couple of other things. And like even now, I know that noise triggers me. my mum knew she was being triggered, but she didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
So I feel
understanding probably helps
understanding,
now.
and I feel like if you'd give me 4 kids, oh my God, I'd be exactly the same as a mum right now.
Get me out of here, sort of thing. Yeah,
I'd,
we're all shut up, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. I even get that now with just 2 of them. So
Wasn't it on the party? He was like, yeah, right. So it's a bit much right now.
Well, Kaysen, typically, whenever we've got people round, especially when it's a party and it's for him, he'll get to a point and he has to go off by himself, which is great. And sometimes I'm like, everyone's here, and then I'm like, actually, sometimes I was like, go have 10 minutes. Come back in a bit.
He's acknowledging he needs
because
that time.
he's actually learning about himself. There's
rather
no
than
point...
just go, everyone be quiet or whatever. Not that he did that,
flipping.
But whatever. Yeah,
exactly. But I get that. I felt like I was just looking at everyone, and there was loads of noise, and I don't feel like I spoke to anyone. It goes through I go through it in a blur.
Yeah.
And inside, I am like this, but I'm actually trying to like not make it worse by rushing around. But yeah, I feel like if I had that many kids, I would be the same. I feel like I'm conscious of, like you say, just being growing up with 4 of us, different schools, different times, all of that going on. It was just a busier household. My house isn't like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've consciously done that, but then also my environment. Liam's super chilled.
Yes.
Only having 2 of them, having a 6-year age gap.
Yeah.
All of those things have contributed to a much calmer house, which is nice. But I feel like I've done that slightly on purpose, but it's also just the way that things have worked out. If I'd have had more kids or accidentally got pregnant and all those things, then it would have been out of the window. Yeah. But I've hoped that it would be like this, then it kind of has lined up the way I've kind of wanted it to be.
See, mine house, I say it's when I said about Kaysen before, didn't I? Coming over, I was like, oh no, your house is chaos. Like that was his answer. I was okay, thank you. Thanks for that, Kaysen.
But anytime we go to your house, it's not just your kids.
No.
It's because we're all there.
And I was like, my house is actually all right, if you just come on your own. It's only because, like you say, every time you come.
Anytime he goes, there's loads of adults and loads of kids.
There, yeah. But at the same time, our house is quite a busy house. I do remember one time Mason coming out and thinking, God, it's just so loud in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it? Is it though?
It gets loud in my house when everyone's on, like the TV's playing, then they've got speakers on their toys, then one's iPad's playing, then Liam's on his phone. That's when my house is loud.
My house is loud,
but not the people.
Because Mitch can't. But Mason's loud, so I don't even know where that comment come from. Because then it's like they can't do anything without. So Mason will, I don't know, Mitch will be whistling. Mason will be, I don't know, slapping his belly or something, walking around the house, like that.
Making noise.
Like it's just a noise to make a noise, and then
then say it's loud.
Then say it's loud. But that's probably just because I've shouted, for example.
And there's 5 of you.
Yeah. But with terms of being too strict, don't get me wrong, I question. Okay, strictness I don't question. Let's just change that. I don't question that I'm too strict.
Okay, that's good.
I have to reassure myself that I'm doing the right thing with mine, because I want to stick to try, and I know it's hard in the world that we are and things change, and I get that, and so some things we adjust, but I do want to try and bring mine up more or less how we was brought up, and I'm trying that. Again, I see something, I'm not going to say it right, but I see one of these meme, is that what it's called? The little, the picture with the writing thing.
Yeah.
And it said something like, I'm not here to be your best friend, which is fine. I want to be my kids' friends too, but at the same time.
Yeah.
But I'm here to parent you and to bring you
Bottom
up.
line is, I'm your parent.
To be a respectful adult, or them kind, and friend and kind, or or whatever, independent, whatever this was, and it made sense in basically, and that kind of thing. Whoever wrote it really reassured me.
Yeah.
As like, you are. Stick with what you're doing. You are doing the right thing.
See, I think I'm the reverse.
Oh, are you?
If I ask myself, am I a good parent? I think, I think I am. But, one, because when I look at Kaysen, he's great, and people tell me, oh, he's really well mannered, and this, that, and the other. So I must be doing a good job.
It's the best compliment you can get.
Far, and I remember first dance class I took him to, he must have been 4. I picked him up, she went, he is so well mannered. He said please and thank you the entire time, and I was like, literally, I walked away nearly crying.
It is the best compliment.
Because it just like was out of the blue. So so I feel like I am doing a good job, because he's good. I get feedback and compliments. But then someone told me something. This was before I even had kids. if you're worrying that you're a good parent, you're a good parent.
Yeah, because you care.
So then I feel quite reassured that I'm a good parent. But I question, am I strict or not strict? And do I need more boundaries? Do I need more things in place or not? And I think, because I want him to just be a kid, but then I also don't want him to think he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Because obviously, like you say, you see certain adults or even older children and you think, you're well rude.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing. But then people could have thought that of me.
Yeah.
And I was brought up without even being able to say the word crap, for goodness sake. So, do you know what I mean? It's like,
it's hard because there's no right or wrong.
Some parents could genuinely parent the best way they think they are, and actually
well, look at these serial killer people sometimes, and you're like, they had such a good childhood, and it's like, what went wrong then?
Exactly. But then I was going to say about the strictness. I don't think sometimes I don't question that. Sometimes I question maybe how I speak and the tone of how I am. Sometimes, like really. What's the word? I say it's not moody. It's like strict tone.
Yeah.
Is that probably the right way of saying it?
So maybe like. Could be a bit like snappy.
Yeah. Maybe a bit more
blunt.
Yeah, and it is a serious if I'm obviously still trying to teach them something, or it's not getting told off, but whatever the thing is, you know what I mean? That I feel like I'm really like aggressive with how I'm speaking.
But
and
then
why?
I feel like when we were corrected and we were disciplined and we were told off, that's how you got told off.
Is that why? Because it makes you feel when someone's speaking to you like that.
But now it's all that gentle parenting that you feel like
is that the problem?
You have to deliver it in a really nice way.
Yeah, like, don't you punch me in the face again. You know what I mean? You'd be like, fucking punch me in the face again, I'll punch you back. You know, like, is it?
Yeah.
Is it that?
No, I feel like I speak probably softer than I was spoken to when I'm correcting him, depending on the situation. So usually Kaysen doesn't do anything that serious that needs massive, but I'm like, the way you answered me then was a little bit rude. So and he goes, I didn't know most of the time. And so I'm like, I know you don't know, but this is why I'm explaining to you. When you say it like that, so I feel like I do explain and talk, but I think rarely am I snappy, but I think I have been a little bit recently.
Yeah.
Whereas
Which she was aware of as well.
I've told you multiple times not to do that. Yeah. You know, even little things like he keeps putting the blanket over Hayden's head to play with him, but then Hayden's still walking around and he's going to fall and hurt himself. And he has a few times. So I'm like, I've told you this multiple times. So it's like, that's when I feel like I'm a bit more direct.
That's justified.
Yeah. Well, that's what you said.
You know what I mean?
I think if you snap to like tell them off on something that you've given them no warning about, that they are a little bit still learning, they don't know they've done something wrong, you can go straight to snapping if I think it's obvious. Don't kick your brother. You know, obviously you know that's wrong.
And I've told you.
But if it's like something where he doesn't realise what he's done, then I feel like you need to pull it up but explain and not deliver it like that, because otherwise you end up bringing up kids that are on eggshells, not knowing what they've done.
Let's say later on that day, let's just say. You did it later that day and you've had this conversation.
Yeah.
I'd probably be like, I told you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I told you.
Yeah. I've started to get a bit firmer with things when I'm having to repeat myself. Yeah. And Liam's the same. He's like, how many times do I have to tell you? That is when I think we get a little bit more sharper.
It's frustrating, I think.
It's frustrating, and like I say, we've done it nicely. Yeah. We've explained it. You know the consequences and the reasons why, because you're going to hurt your brother and you don't want to.
Exactly. Why
exactly. So that's when I get a little bit. I haven't had to really lose it with him yet, but
I say I sometimes, like I say, I'm like, no, they deserve that in a way. Yeah. Even though I could probably cry to myself. You know what I mean? Sometimes I've got to try and, you know, because again, I'm trying to bring mine, you know, not that much, I've always got told off, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then sometimes I do think to myself, okay, as much as I have just told them a few times, and then I've obviously gone a bit more, you know, whatever the word is, I probably didn't explain it.
Yeah.
So maybe let's go back and just explain it in a more calmer way again. Even though I stick by what I've just said. You didn't need to do that, or that's you shouldn't have done that, whatever. Yeah. But just explain a bit better. Yeah. As in, don't do that. Yeah. And why I asked you not to do that, even though sometimes I think maybe I presume they should know.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I'm like, no, you should know. Why am I explaining it?
Yeah, I think
obviously yours are a bit more younger, and again, sometimes I forget Lexi's age. I literally said it to the boys. Lexi's the baby. You've got, no, Lexi, no. Everything I'm telling you now, forget Lexi, she's out of it. I'm talking to you two, you know, like the boys.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, no, you know, let them be kids sometimes. You know, like that side of it as well.
Yeah. No, it's hard. I think the discipline thing, like say, he's not had to test me too much, so we'll see if we struggle with that. But yeah, I am at the point where I am delivering it, not completely soft. And like say, if you've hurt someone, then I'm not going to go straight in. Oh, don't do that. Like, no.
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like I've adapted the way I was disciplined. And even on that Super Nanny show, like when she puts them on timeout, they do their timeout and then she comes over and she says, you need to explain to them why they did it. So there needs to be explanation. And sometimes just shouting at the kids and, you know, punishing them, they don't know what they've done wrong. How can they correct it? And sometimes they know, sometimes they don't.
Can know exactly what they're doing.
Exactly
what buttons they're pressing. Yeah. And they're waiting for you, especially waiting for one of us to come in. And then they sometimes get in a mood when they're in a trouble, and they are literally. Well, I remember it's like when you were in class and you're getting in trouble and you were just in that giggly mood, and you think, "Please stop shouting, because I'm just going to laugh in your face." Yeah. That's what they do.
Right.
Not so much to me, I have to admit. It's more to Mitch, which do you know what I mean? But
which I bet he don't appreciate.
No, because he's literally just
he's getting angry and angry, and they're finding it funny.
And then they'd probably hear me coming down the stairs or walking, whatever it is, because I can hear them genuinely taking the piss.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then I'm like, right.
Yeah.
And then it will obviously... They still have... As soon as I walk out the door, they'll... and start laughing. And Lexi's laugh is so like... Yeah. But, you know, you think we just got to try our best. But it's a good question.
So far, I think, like... Start with explanation, firm, not too soft, firm, and then get firmer if and when needed.
And it depends on their age as well, I think.
And their age, like I say, a lot of the time I'm just correcting Cason's behaviour at the moment. I'm not punishing him. Yeah. So it is about correcting and correcting, which is fine. But I think what I struggle with the most is the rules of the house. Like, I know I say I don't really have that many rules, but I suppose I do in a way. But I'm like... I don't feel like we connect a lot in the day because we're both working, and then like I want him to chill and I want him to play on his stuff, and you know what he enjoys doing is gaming and things like that. I don't have huge amount of screen boundaries, but I suppose at the same time after dinner when it's bed and after dinner when it's bath, and depending if it's half an hour, he doesn't have his screens then.
So it's not like a rule, but just
we kind of have rules. Like,
it's just like an unwritten
after bath, you don't have screens. Yeah. We do story, then we do bed. So we have some rules, but I don't feel like we have loads. And Kason finishes school 1 or 2 o'clock. I finish at 5. We do have a lot of hours together, whereas I know some parents, you only have like between 5 and 7. So it's, I don't want to say it's easier to connect them, but I'd probably have maybe some more rules when there's less time to spend together. But sometimes we have dinner together, sometimes we have dinner at different times. So I don't really have a lot of rules around that. And he goes to drama on a Saturday. So part of me is like, I want him to have another hobby in the week. Maybe I want to do where he has to get involved in helping make a meal at least once a week. Some of the things that I think are a bit more like skills, or like maybe we do no screen at dinner and things. I don't know whether to implement a few more. Now he's a bit older. Yep. Change things a little bit.
Because I genuinely feel like I was a lot more, I say stricter. It's not the word. I don't think it's the right word I'm using for that. I just, did more with Mason. I don't think that's the right word either. But, you know, like...
I feel like I did more with Casey when he was little, and I feel like I've lost that a bit. So that's what I'm worrying about.
Yeah, and again, I lost that with Mason. So again, we've gone back to the kids having to cook the dinner, you know, a certain day, or, you know, pull your weight again with the washing, because that's gone. And why is it gone? You know, this is a thing that we should be doing in the house to, you know, it's not a rule. Yeah. It's just like a family.
You're part of the family,
it's just one of those things. It's not a chore. It's just, you know, one of those things to help each other out kind of thing.
And even like having like a certain day of the month where me and him do something. I've got all these ideas of things that I've seen are good. But then I'm like, I said it to him yesterday. He was like, no, I'm all right. And I'm like, you literally said to me, I'm sure in the last week or so, Hayden gets all the attention. So I'm offering you a day just us to do something. And he's like, nah.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I feel like once a month we should do, whether it's all of us or some of us, we should do something we've never done before.
Yeah.
Or, you know, even I see people like, oh, they have their, you know, Saturday morning breakfast is like a bit more special.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, he only eats cereal.
Yes,
So there's not anything I can do that's fancier or like I saw...
Kaysen's a hard one though, to be fair.
That's what I mean.
Quite a hard
it's
example
difficult
for Kaysen, isn't it?
A lot of the ideas that I'm seeing that I want to do,
yeah, he ain't
going to be interested in. So then I'm like, how do I...
Whose child are you?
God, yeah.
No, I get what you mean. I did that. Most of mine, they'll say something, and then you saw it out, and doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And most of the time he complains, but if I just say, tough shit, you're coming, he always ends
Definitely
up having
agree with that.
Yeah.
Getting mine out. My favourite thing is going out, just at the night time, taking the dog, and they'll go on their scooter, right?
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
The first time, it was awful trying to get them out. We had strops and everything.
Yeah.
But once they were out, that was it. When are we going again? When is, like
and a few times he said that, and I'm like, see, sometimes I know better, or like if I've... Very rarely, I think I've only got him to try maybe 2 things to eat, and that's the other thing I really want to focus on this year, of getting him to eat a bit more. But yeah, it's like sometimes when you're actually out, he's like, oh, that was fun, I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
And like pushing him to drama, he didn't want to do drama the first time I took him, made him go. But so it's finding the balance between making them do something, and sometimes I'm like, what about this, what about that? And he's like, no. And I'm like, do you know what, I can't be asked either.
No.
So I'm forcing myself to do something, and you're not bothered, and I'm too tired.
With hobbies like that, like you say, you get something and think you think it's good, and in the end it just comes an ag because you're forcing him to try and get there.
Yeah.
And I've learned that. And even then, don't get me wrong, hobbies are very, very good. And my days were full, wasn't it? From Monday to Sunday.
I think you'd have one day in the week
and
that you
I
didn't have hobbies.
really pulled that back. Like, and I'm literally tried to...
Pulled it back as in not doing as much, or pulled it back into implementing it?
No, I've pulled it back to not doing as much because it's just too much.
Yeah.
You
were out all like from school.
I still am really
till the night time every single day.
But it's got to a point of I just feel like it's too busy for them.
Yeah.
And I know I was the same. I remember my mum going, I was here with your brother at football and whatever else, and you was at the stables and dancing, and and I get it. And that's exactly how we
my internal fight is. Casey's got his drama on Saturday. He finishes school quite early. We're juggling the baby and doing stuff, so we don't really do very much. The odd day we might go out for dinner, or the odd day I might take them to soft play after work. But rarely do we actually do much.
Yeah.
So I'm like, part of me is,
should
I do more things?
Yeah.
Or have a Saturday after drama we do something? Or sometimes I'm like Sunday, because if you ask him, he always wants to chill.
Yes.
So it's like some days making them do something. So I think I want to get one more hobby for during the week, like either football or karate, like more of a sporty, like exercise one, because he's got his creativity and drama thing.
Yeah.
Sundays I still kind of want to protect us, especially with school. Like, Sunday's your day to do whatever you want, chill.
Yeah,
like,
I agree with that.
Pajama day,
I question if someone rings my bell on a Sunday, who the fuck is at my door?
Because, like you say,
it's just one of those days.
You do feel busy, and there's a lot going on. So actually, they need a day to chill and
I think
play
that's
with
part
the
of us
toys
being
and
here
stuff.
as well. Spanish is very Sunday. Everything's closed.
Yeah.
It's a family day. It's a chill day. I mean, things are changing with the times again, but we still kind of do get that out of season, don't we? That Sundays, no, you don't try and do anything.
Yeah.
Because everything's closed. So this is...
So Sundays I'm happy to not do anything. So I think I just need to implement 1 or 2 more things. I think one hobby for the week, and get better at him eating and prepping meals and a few more things like that. Even me, I leave it all up to Liam. Liam likes what he likes as well, whereas I like a lot more different things. So really, if I took a bit more responsibility, I could have more variety in my diet. Just feel like I'm working and then I'm stuck indoors. And even when we're indoors, we're not really doing stuff together. So I feel like I need
You're saying you're together,
rejig.
but you're not really together.
Exactly.
That's how I feel sometimes.
Yeah,
we've all got. I might as well be at work. That's how I feel. I might as well be at work because we're not doing the reason why we're not working all these hours. We do, you know what I mean? We're supposed to, okay, it's nice sometimes to be at home and everyone's just doing their own thing. Don't get me wrong. That's nice.
And you need that because they can't always have you relied on to entertain them. And I like that Kaysen isn't I'm bored. And even when I take his devices off him and it's a break time and he'll just get his toys and he'll start playing. So he is a very good kid like that. And I don't want to lose that because obviously we've built that in whatever way we're doing things.
Yeah.
But I feel like we need a little bit of an oomph as well.
And I've got to kick myself at bum sometimes because
So
I'm like them two, go outside and play on the trampoline. Oh, can you come? That's lovely that they're asking me to come.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, do I have to?
I know.
Kind of feeling, which is not nice at all because I love it when I get on there and it's fun.
I know it sounds bad, but I don't enjoy playing.
Yeah, it's
with
weird.
The kids.
It's weird, isn't it?
I felt bad for that, and then I saw a celebrity say the same thing. Like, I don't like enjoying. I don't enjoy getting down and playing with their games. I like some of the board games and like doing a puzzle, or sometimes me and Kason sit and we draw together. Some things I like, but I don't like the little that I struggle with.
It's hard, isn't it? And then I feel like I'm being fake, but sometimes you do have to.
But I did read that if you like don't have loads of time, work, whatever, the best thing you can do for your kids is read them a bedtime story.
Yeah.
That's something that the scientists have proved. That increases like bonding, connectivity, and when the dad reads, it boosts a child's vocabulary by like 40% or something like that. And when a mum reads, the kids feel really safe, and that creates something else for them. So
even though with my eye talk, I'm joking.
So yeah.
But that I like that because I missed that over summer. Lexi reads at night time. Do you know what I mean? And I did miss that. And it's nice to get back into them times of, you know, of them, like you say, them times. You know?
I'm like, well, if I don't have time, I can't be asked to do anything else. At least we still do bedtime stories.
Exactly. There you go then.
But today's our 30th episode. Can you believe it?
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy 30th episode. So we released our very first on the 1st of February, and we're already in September.
Wow.
We've been good
That's
at
not,
sticking at it.
That's not bad going.
I know. I said to him, I was like, do you think we would have given up by now? He was like, yeah.
No, we like it. It's a chat.
We've been
We
really
need
good.
it.
Yeah, we do need it. Like you say, gives us a reason to get together. But we are at 95 subscribers. So we're nearly at the 100 mark.
Come on.
So for anyone listening...
Yeah, you're listening and not subscribe. Why? That's what I want to know. Like and subscribe, all right?
Like and subscribe if you...
Otherwise, stop listening to it. Shh.
You're not allowed unless you subscribe. Click that subscribe button for us. It'd be great to hit the 100 mark as quickly as we can.
I want next time. You better. You better.
You're giving us a week.
Yes, I am.
You've got 1 week, guys. So
5 followers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on,
guys. Click subscribe. Get us to 100.
Is that 500 million in my family? I should have loads of people up there.
We're going to start going through and checking if you subscribe.
Are you supporting me or not?
Well, no, thanks for joining us for another week, and we will catch you next week.
Yeah, happy weekend.
Bye.